baseball schedule, but it is a light schedule, so that means a light show. Less picks, more talk. So I know that's what everybody's been saying in the comments that they like to hear. I think that's what our big fans say, right? They're always like, more talk, less picks.
I thought it was more picks and less talk.
Yes, exactly. More talk, less picks.
More ballpark food conversation.
Yes, we could talk ballpark food and beverage.
Ooh.
And beverage.
And beverage.
Just general concessions.
I like when you have the all-you-can-eat ticket and you can just order at will. I think that's always fun.
Whatever happened to the ice cream sandwich? I like the ice cream sandwich.
No, I don't believe in ice cream at a ballpark because if you're going to sit in 90-degree heat, who wants ice cream melting all over your hands? And I don't know. I'm not a big ice cream guy at the stadium.
But you got to do it in like the little mini ballpark helmets. You can at least hold on to it. Yep. Yeah, if you do a cone or nothing, no, that doesn't work. But even the Haagen-Dazs bar.
Well, anyways, Tampa Bay Lightning lose again, 3-1 on the brink as they head back right to Colorado, or is it 2-3-2?
No, it's back to Colorado now.
It's for the skate around the ice with the cup in front of the home crowd.
I think so. A lot of people are complaining. Too many men is being what's thrown around after last night, but rules have been thrown out a lot, and for all intents and purposes, the Colorado Avalanche scored their goal within the rules. I know a lot of people are going to say, "Oh, they had too many men," but if the guy that you come on for is within 5 feet of the bench, which he was last night when Nazem Kadri scored the overtime winner, he's declared off ice, and it's not too many men. So that's going to be talked about for a while, though.
Well, Brian, we've never heard you say too many men. What do you think? What do you think about last night's matchup?
What time did that game go final? Because when I went to bed at close to midnight, it was overtime. Anyway, I missed the overtime.
I didn't see any of it. This is the first time I've heard of it.
But I'm kind of looking forward to seeing how the line fluctuates until Friday's big game in Colorado. I might be tempted to go in Tampa Bay, but this series could be over. That was a real foot on the neck, I believe, last night.
Yeah, I saw the final score. That was about it for me. I saw it this morning. I totally forgot there was a game after we had talked about it on the show. Not my thing, and I don't know. You think hockey will ever be like popular in the U.S.? Like really like up there, I mean, I know some people watch it, obviously, but you ever think it'll be like a real main sport? Like right now, I think it's even below baseball, right? It's like,
well, it depends. Canada, that's the thing, right, Chris? But
well, it's what's on a lot of the networks, but it's even up here. You still have it's predominantly basketball and, even during football season, and you're still seeing it. But I think the only way to really get eyes on it is to have it be it's not going to be it, but the only way to get any eyes on is to have it be the only thing. Like kind of when we had certain soccer leagues at the beginning of COVID, where that was a lot of what people were watching because it was really the only thing on. I think that's going to be the only way to really sort of increase the viewership from people who maybe haven't been watching it for a while now.
I mean, what if you had it going against baseball over the summer? I guess it's harder to keep the rinks colder, but that would give it more of a focus because then it's just going up against baseball.
I'll tell you, it'd be tough to have the outside game, like in hockey in the summer. Like if they did the outside, right. What if they did it like in Arizona or Miami in the summer outside?
Guys are like swimming up ice with.
It'd be like. You wouldn't be able to see with the fog, right? Coming up from the ice.
I think that happened in a game. I think that happened when they played in Lake Tahoe, I think.
In the old Boston Garden, if the Bruins made it deep into the playoffs, which granted doesn't happen all that often, they used to have to put these big fans, to blow it off the ice. They would have it like on the side, like these big fans everywhere, blowing it off of the ice.
Yeah, up here, yeah, we had the same thing. We called it the Ted Reeve Arena. It was like a junior arena, but there was always a team that would make it deep into the playoffs that played in that arena. They call it the Sweaty Teddy because there was no insulation in the arena, so it would always get really, really hot, and they'd have to have those giant fans, one in every corner of the arena, to blow the steam and blow the fog, so that everybody could see.
Oh wow. Well, when's
Bruins aren't a
when's
bad-
game 5?
Game 5, I just had it up, is
Friday.
Friday. Yeah, Friday in Colorado, already a minus 175 favorite,
Yikes.
Oof.
jumping up from minus 154.
I'd be tempted to take the puck line. I'm going to wait on that one. Maybe I'll grab the Tampa Bay puck line because I think it's a 1-goal game. But, Colorado's so dangerous.
Bittler's like, if I can't lay 240, I'm not doing it.
No, I'm not betting that much juice.
But anyways,
But see, if I take the puck line, though, it will be juicy. So I guess either way you slice it, you're going to get juiced on that one.
we got plenty of early action in Major League Baseball today, but not a lot of games. So the schedule gets over in a hurry. There's only 3 evening games on the card at all. So
I could almost bet every game on the card, though. I think
me
it's
too. I
quality.
love this card. I love it.
It's a
I
small,
love
but
it.
it's
I've
good.
got 4 premiums today on a 10-game
Wow.
card. Yep.
Oh, we're going to have trouble with our YouTube.
Oh, we'll see. No, I doubt it.
It's going to be a disaster.
We got the Marlins taking on the Rockies. Rockies continue to struggle on the road, and the Marlins continue to play strong at home. We've got the Braves and the Giants. Kyle Wright against Alex Wood. And then we've got Jose Quintana and Justin Steele in Pittsburgh, where the Cubs took out the ugly stick on the Pirates yesterday. Brian, what do you think of these?
In this early slot here, I'm going to take a chance with. I'm going to lay a little bit of juice with the San Francisco Giants, but take the plus 1.5. They easily could be up 3-0 in this series heading into this game. Lost late yesterday, but I think this is a 1-run game. Alex Wood's he's not the best pitcher, but I think he can keep the Giants in the game. And then the Cubs and Pirates, I think the Pirates get a little bit of revenge here. It's not a play that I'm betting my house on, but I like Quintana and the Pirates here to bounce back against the Cubs. Cubs are just not the greatest road team. I think the Pirates will win these type of home games. So, and you're basically laying no juice. I think Pittsburgh's a strong play.
Chris, what about you?
I'm with you guys. I could bet almost everything on this entire card, but I like the Miami Marlins. The Marlins just been money in the favorite role. I liked it a lot better at minus 135, but I'll still play it at minus 150. I also like the Atlanta Braves on the money line. Kyle Wright's been arguably the second best starter in the Braves rotation. Alex Wood for me has always been a guy that's I think's kind of been overrated. He had that one good year in LA, and outside of that, he's been sort of a 500 pitcher. And I think Atlanta just the hotter team right now, playing well at home. I like the value with the Giants, but in spots, but not today. I'm going to take the Braves with Kyle Wright, and I like the Pirates as well. I think the Cubs winning a game easily here and there is going to happen, but I don't think it happens 2 days in a row. The Cubs are still the Cubs, especially on the road. And Justin Steele, not a guy I'm looking to back, especially when he has to turn it over to that Cubs bullpen. So give me the Pirates in this one.
Yeah, I like the Giants as well with you guys. I think the Braves just they're good, but the good teams in Major League Baseball, the Braves or the Giants are a good team too. I think what you see generally is teams like this. They they kind of muck around against the other good teams, and it's against the bad teams where they really rack up their record. So with the Braves winning yesterday, I think the Giants win today, and they split the series. And so I'll take the Giants here in that one. And then Kyle Wright is okay. He's certainly not something where I'm going to say, oh, man, Kyle Wright's pitching. I've got to be on the Braves. And I like the Pirates here against Justin Steele and the Cubbies. I just think another lousy series of lousy teams and a lousy game. And the Pirates a little less lousy today. Brian, what are you selling today, speaking of lousy?
Yeah, well, it's been like hit or miss for me. Yesterday it was a major miss, but I'm going to bounce back. Got my Major League Baseball titanium selection. That's prime time, my prime time one. So it's a later on game, so you guys plenty of time to catch it. Just $15 at pickdogs.com, or my Pound Zone 3-pack. That includes all 3 Major League Baseball games. 2 of them are early in that pack, so make sure you check it out.
Yeah, for me, I got my my $15 pickoff play. Cash with the Red Sox yesterday. Hoping to go back to back again here. And if you're looking for a little bit more, I also got that $15 play as part of my Thursday 3 spot for $39.95 over at Pick Dogs Premium.
The gift that keeps on giving. I've got a 3-pack, and that does not include my $15 big play. Of course, any premium picks that you buy over our website, 10% off in June. Use the code JUNE10. It's right up here.
Have you figured out what the sales in July are going to be?
Yes, it's Christmas in July.
Oh, I know that, but there's always.
Oh, I've got it. I've got some.
Big deal. Or?
I've got some lucky 7 doozies for the 7th month of the year. The thing is that we have to remember that there's 3 or 4 days that are off in July, so I'm going to deeply discount some things. So usually I run a really good special on my yearly, and then I run a really good special on my monthly, and I'll be doing both of those in July.
Yep.
But we might run a daily discount, but I think it might run just one big one that you can only use once, you know? Like one big discount that you could use one time.
Yeah, because I know, just for instance, my year pass, normally I do it for the $9.99 or $1,000 for the year, and that's like $500 off the normal price. So if you add in a discount code, that's crazy. But yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Brian. Put me out of business. Put me out of business. I appreciate it.
I'm not saying that's what it is this year, but that's what it's been in years past. So.
Why don't you just wear a Wager Talk shirt? It's
I'm giving it all.
It's like wear a Wager Talk. We sell cancer. Yes, thank you. It's like, oh man, is there anything shittier than that? It's like trying to think of the shittiest thing you could think of. It's like those guys. Yes, that'd be up there for me. Anyways, got speaking of shitty, we've got let's see. Got the Reds and the Dodgers. We've got the Twinkies and the Guardians. Oh, man, was that a heartbreaker for the Twins yesterday. And then the Brewers and the Cardinals. Chris?
And the couple I like here, I'm going to go back to with the Guardians. For whatever reason, it's just the Twins just can't catch a break. And I know Devin Smeltzer's been solid this year, but he's coming off his worst start of the year. And as much as I've, bashed Zach Plesac in the past for not being able to get injured without putting his shirt on, the reality is that the Guardians just keep pulling it out. And I think that they could get another one today. Plesac's pitched fairly well in his last few starts over the last month. And I think Cleveland can eke out a win there. And I'm going to go with the under 9.5 between the Cardinals and Brewers. I know Dakota Hudson has been less effective on the road this season. And Jason Alexander, has stumbled a little bit in recent starts, but I think this is just too much. I think it's a 5-4 game. I think it maybe makes us sweat at 9.5, but I don't see it getting over that number. So give me the under in St. Louis and Milwaukee.
Well, regardless of how these games go, Chris, don't worry. We'll never ask you to pull it out. Brian, what do you got here?
Hold on, truck's going by.
As soon as we said pull it out, the truck's going by and starting to honk.
All right, we don't want dead air here. As far as these games go, I'm going to take. I've lost money fading the Dodgers on the run line. I don't know. I looked up their record this morning. They have a pretty good record on the run line, but I'm still going to continue to fade it throughout the year because I know long term I should end up plus money. I like the Reds today plus the 1.5. Hunter Green's been spotty, that's for sure. But I think Kershaw. I think he goes 4 or 5 innings. He hasn't gone deep since he's gotten back. I realize it's just 2 starts, but I like the Reds plus 1.5, and I agree totally with Chris and the Guardians. That's probably the better play of the two. Plesac, last 24 innings pitched, he's given up 7 runs, so definitely improvement from the beginning of the year. I just think the Guardians have that under the radar factor. I like them today plus money.
I like the Reds again against the Dodgers, and man, I just think that Twins-Guardians game just is going to be a explosion of runs. Smeltzer's really been giving them up in bunches recently. And the Guardians, man, 8-2 in their last 10. This team is red hot. Tito has them really playing well right now. And if you look at the standings now in the American League Central, the Guardians now in first place. They've passed the Twins at 36-28 with a .563 winning percentage. The Twins now in second place. And the White Sox, because the Guardians have passed the Twins, the White Sox now 4.5 back here. So
who would ever guess that the Guardians would have the record they have at this time of year? I mean, I don't know. They're well coached, but I would never have guessed that they'd be in this position.
The Magic 8 Ball could have had it, or the Lucky Penny could have been all over that. It's my guess.
Guardians, one of the lowest payrolls in baseball, I believe.
You think so? Shane Bieber? Yeah, he probably.
I think I looked. I think that they were near the bottom couple teams as far as the payroll, I believe.
Oh. Well, we'll be getting to lazy, worthless, overpaid teams in a minute. But I also, I don't know. Jason Alexander's pitched way better than we could have ever thought that he was capable of pitching. I mean, how long does that last? Is it smoke? Is it mirrors? Is it smoke and mirrors? I'm not really sure. But we move on. We've got the A's and the Mariners. The A's 8-28 now at home. And then we've got the Yankees and the Astros. I posted that stat about the Astros unders. And once again, under yesterday for the Astros against the Mets. Covering the run line all the way in that thing, too. But Chris, what do you think of these two beauties?
Well, for the record, for Brian, they're actually the Guardians' third lowest payroll in the majors. But, yeah, you know what? I've got to go with the under again in that Houston and Yankee matchup. I think Framber Valdez and Jamison Tyone just shaping up to be a really good pitcher's duel here, even with two lineups that can really light it up offensively. And I'm going to go back to the well again with the Seattle Mariners. Robbie Ray starting to look like the Robbie Ray that the Mariners were hoping they would get. Back-to-back 7-inning performances. And Frankie Montas, while he is, the head man in this Oakland rotation, the A's still 1-9 in his last 10 starts, 1-6 with an ERA around 3 at home. And he's not getting necessarily the run support he needs, and I don't think the run support's going to come against Ray. So give me the Seattle Mariners in that one.
I think that I think even Frankie Montas looks beat, Even he looks beat. I think he's going to get traded too. He just looks done. His recent, It's like he's like, this is the best I can do and you give me nothing to work with here.
Yeah. I think yeah, he looks over it.
He looks over it. And I like that under in the Yankees Astros game. Framber and Italian.
I could see Montas on the White Sox or the Giants or something like that.
Dodgers, whatever.
Oh, I hate the Dodgers. How would I even say that? Forget it. I hate the Dodgers.
I don't want to throw. I could see him going to the Blue Jays. The Jays are trying to get that extra starter, and I don't think they'd have to give up too much for him. And I think they want to keep a lot of stuff intact.
I think for Montas, the A's might actually ask for something.
You think? I guess maybe. Yeah.
They'll get like one of those guys that kind of like slides under the radar on there, and he's not going to be cheap because there's going to be other teams that are going to want him.
Yeah.
So.
Fair enough. Yeah, fair point.
For me in this time slot here, I don't know how I missed it, but I really like the Houston Astros today. Maybe it's because I hate the Yankees so much. I just think you're getting Framber Valdez. How many straight quality starts has he had? I have to look it up. I think it's around 11 or so. 22-6 on Thursdays are the Houston Astros. You're getting them plus money. I like Houston. I think the Yankees are also off the 2 hard series against American League East teams. So I like Houston here. And then I'm gonna just take a small play on the Oakland A's just because I think the price looks a little bit cheap to take Seattle and Robbie Ray. How bad Oakland's been at home. I think Frankie Montas is the better pitcher in the matchup. So I'll take a chance with Oakland here.
Got the White Sox up against the Orioles. The White Sox whitewashed yesterday. They did come back at the end, but it wasn't enough. It was too little too late. But first ballot Hall of Famer Johnny Cueto on the mound today against Dean Kramer for the Orioles. Okay, you're right.
We love him for how great he did in that start against the Houston Astros, throwing 7 shutout innings, I believe. But he's not a first ballot Hall of Famer.
That's first ballot stuff right there.
He's a good, nice, strong veteran pitcher. I'll give him that.
Then we've got the Padres up against the Phillies, and I haven't seen lazier play of a team than I saw from the Phillies yesterday. Just straight laziness. And the Rangers, they said if these guys aren't going to hustle, we're just going to take extra bases on you. And it's like, I mean, they couldn't even catch a ground ball to the first baseman. Just so lazy and lackadaisical in their approach.
No, I was watching that game. I think we saw a pretty good pitching effort from John Gray, and the umpire was given the outside off the plate strike, so it was a little bit tough. I mean, it was for both teams, of course, but
Wheeler couldn't get a call, and
he was getting some outside strikes, that weren't strikes. But
I don't know. They were so lazy in those balls that were hit to the outfield. The Rangers took an extra base on every single one of them.
Their outfielders are slow. I mean, you got Schwarber out there and Castellanos. They're both slow and shouldn't be out in the field. So then you got Harper, a guy that can play in the outfield, and he's DHing. So anyway, I'm done complaining.
All these guys win these $10,000 parlays off $20. Yet we never see the ticket. We never hear the picks before the games start, right? They all are these heroes, the Romanelli's army, right? It's like every one of them in the comments of his videos win these, amazing $2,000 to $3,000 parlays. Yet when we look at the win-loss statements from the major sports books like Caesars, DraftKings, FanDuel, Barstool Sportsbook, BetRivers, etc., we don't see these on the profit and loss statement, at which they would list beatings like that. They would have to payouts that were greater than 600 to 1.
The lights are still on.
Yeah, so I don't know how much of it I believe anymore. Since I believed it in the first place, just like I believe Brian is a 16-time world champion.
16-time world champion and a future Hall of Famer.
Anyways. Where are we? Chris?
Yeah, for me and these two, I like the under 9 between the Orioles and White Sox. I think Johnny Cueto probably going to have another solid outing here, but I don't think we should write off Dean Kramer just yet. I know we haven't in the past for good reason, but he's pitching fairly well in a small sample size already this season, and I think this could be a game that at worst finishes at a push with 9 runs. So give me the under 9 there, and I'm going to go with the Philadelphia Phillies team total under 3.5. It's minus 145. You could maybe even go under 2.5 at plus 125. I think I saw that, but I just expect a solid outing from Joe Musgrove here. And Mitchie said it best. The Phillies looked sluggish yesterday offensively, and I think we can get an under on the team total here for the Phillies.
For me in that time slot,
Brian, what do you think's more embarrassing? Winning $20,000 off of someone's picks and not even buying their pick for $15 just to thank them, or just sitting there and bragging about that you have the ability to throw losing tickets on the floor and make up amounts that you've won, which is sadder.
I think if let's say it was Romanelli helped me win that amount of money, I probably would buy
a yearly package from him for $1,000 bucks. Exactly.
Just to thank him.
Exactly. Because you made so much money, what the heck would the difference be?
It's kind of like a tip or something.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of like tip him out, buy a package from him. Yep. Nobody cares about your ticket from yesterday. Nobody cares. If we did a show just recapping picks from yesterday, nobody would watch. Less people would watch. Less people would watch than watch now. Less people would watch than when we had Joe Madden on with me. It'd be freaking like a ghost town in here. Anyways.
Well, this is usually the light time of year. We got baseball season, but hopefully, football, it'll pick up for sure.
All right. Anyways.
Oh, you didn't get my picks in this time.
No, we're waiting.
Anyway.
Wait.
Yeah, I faded the Phillies, I think, for 4 games in a row. I think they lost 3 of them. But today, I'm going to jump slightly on the Phillies. Nothing I'm in love with. I just think nobody expects him to beat Joe Musgrove, who's been maybe the best pitcher in the National League. And I think with nobody expecting the Phillies win today, I think they show up and take this one late. So I'm going to lean to the Phils. And then the Baltimore Orioles and the Chicago White Sox, I like under that posted a total of 9. You got Cueto on the mound, who's been very strong for the White Sox off that 7-inning performance against the Astros. And then Dean Kramer's pitched above his stat line. I just think this, and the White Sox bats, you never know when they're not going to show up. So I think this one goes under.
So anyways, I do a betting tool show, and I didn't do it yesterday because of all the early games, and today I'm probably going to be a little stretched to do it as well. But I do want to show everybody something on the betting tools that I know a lot of people out there doing parlays. And I'm going to ask Romanelli to show everybody the same thing on his. But let's see if I can get this to work. So let me just see what happens if I go. All right, so that wasn't so good. What we'll do is we'll switch. Hang on a sec. Switch to me here, and then I just want to show you guys real briefly. Here you go. So you go to the betting tools at Sports Chat Place, and then you go to the tools, and right here we have a brand new tool that we just released today, and it's called the Parlay Builder. So speaking of parlays, you'll be able to show us your parlay in the Parlay Builder. You go here, and you can build the parlay in your state as you wish. You can see the entire card of games on here with the odds. You can do run lines, money lines, and totals. And you can just select what you want. So, like say you want this one, and then you could do this one, and this one, and this one. So you guys can see this, right, on the screen. And this even has tomorrow's games on it too already, because we're ahead of the curve. That's what we do. We're just always on the cutting edge here. But you can see the Parlay Builder right here. You can build the parlays right here. This is 100% free. You can go in. I'll tell you exactly how much it will pay. You can change your state right here as to the state that you want. We had Pennsylvania up there, but here's New Jersey. We could do it for Chris's people in Ontario. Do the same thing, you could see. And you could do run lines and totals as well in there. So you could build your own parlay, and once again, kind of like the like everything else that we do, it's not just it's not just the game and the listing there. The fun fact is basically something like this. 6 of the Brewers' last 7-day games against National League Central opponents have gone over the total. So it's just a little fact that supports one side or the other. Each of the Twins' last 5 home games against American League Central opponents have gone over the total. On the money line, we can look at here's Astros, Yankees. The Yankees have won their last 14 home games. So that's the fun fact here. But this is for free at our website. You go to the betting tools tab at sportschatplace.com, just like this. You go to sportschatplace.com. Go to sportschatplace.com. You click on the betting tools tab right here. And on the tools, Parlay Builder. And the fun fact basically is, like I said, not all games have them, but they will going forward. We have the run line as well with fun facts, and the totals, of course, as well. Fun. You can build your parlays with us in your state and then bet them directly off the site. All right.
You ready for parlays?
Okay. Speaking of parlays, Chris, what do you like?
My parlay, we're gonna go all early. We're gonna go with the Braves on the money line, the Pirates on the money line, and the Guardians on the money line plus 610.
For me, I'm going to go with the Houston Astros money line, Cleveland Guardians money line, Philadelphia Phillies money line.
Cincinnati Reds money line with the San Francisco Giants money line with the under in the Yankees Astros. This is Mitch for Brian and Chris. Thanks for joining us. Make it a winning day. VIP show combo with premium show following immediately after this.